Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Super Sports Central. Today we have my Week 7 NFL predictions. So last week I had a record of 7-7, which brings my overall record on the season to 52-42. Starting off this week on Thursday Night Football, we have one of the better Thursday Night Football games this season so far, and that is the Cardinals hosting the Saints. So the Cardinals traded for Robbie Anderson earlier this week. They're getting wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins back from a suspension, but they will be without Hollywood Brown, who's out with a foot injury. So they're going to be getting back some weapons. The Saints defense is supposed to be good, but they really haven't been that great. They've been about average. The Saints, we still don't know who's going to be the quarterback. Is it going to be Jameis Winston, Andy Dalton? They both are dealing with injuries. Plus they have Michael Thomas, Jarvis Landry, Marshawn Lattimore, and others who they will be without tonight. So I could see this game going either way, but I have the Cardinals winning this one as the Saints just have too many injuries. Cardinals win this one by a score of 27-24. Moving on to Sunday's games, we have the Bengals hosting the Falcons. So the Falcons are shockingly 3-3. Their offense is okay. Their passing attack is decent, and their rushing attack is also okay. The Bengals are 3-3, but I think they are the much better 3-3 team. The Bengals got Jamar Chase going last week, and now they get a healthy T. Higgins back. And the Falcons secondary, outside of A.J. Terrell, is not that good. So the Bengals will defeat the Falcons here, winning by a score of 31-24. Up next, we have the Lions visiting the Cowboys. So the Cowboys will be getting quarterback Dak Prescott back from his thumb injury, and he's been out since week 1. The Lions are coming off a bye, and they could have gotten healthy because DeAndre Swift and Amon-Ra St. Brown were both out for the Lions before the bye. So both of those guys could be returning, which could definitely help the offense, which is one of the highest scoring offenses in the league. But the Lions also have a really bad defense, and with the Cowboys getting Dak Prescott back, I think they're going to be able to score. And I don't really think the Lions' defense is going to have an answer for the Cowboys' offense, as well as I don't really think the Lions' offense will be able to put up enough points to get the win against a pretty good Cowboys defense. So, Cowboys get the win here at 34-21. Moving on, we have a big AFC South matchup. Early in the season, we have the Colts visiting the Titans. So, both these teams are battling at the top of the AFC South. For the Colts, Matt Ryan is looking better with each passing week. In fact, he's coming off his best game of the season where he threw for almost 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. For the Colts, Jonathan Taylor has missed the last 2 games with an ankle injury, and we don't know if he will play. Both teams want to run the ball, but if Jonathan Taylor does not play for the Colts, then the Titans would have the clear advantage there with Derrick Henry. The Titans also have the advantage of having the better run defense, but the Titans do have the worst pass defense in the NFL. So I could see this game going either way. And I could see the Colts finding success through the air and finding a way to win. But I'm going to go with the Titans here in a very close game. It could go either way. Titans will win this one 24-23. Up next, we have the Commanders hosting the Packers. So the Packers have not been very good so far this season. Aaron Rodgers clearly misses Devontae Adams and lacks that true go-to target. And now he's losing another reliable wide receiver in Randall Cobb for an ankle injury, who will be out for the next few weeks. For the Commanders, Carson Wentz is going to be out several weeks with a finger injury. So Taylor Heinicke will start for Washington. The Packers have lost 2 straight and really can't afford to fall any further behind the Vikings in the NFC North. It's still early for the Packers, but the offense has struggled. I don't think they're going to score a ton of points, but they're going to score enough to get the win against the Commanders, as the Packers will win this one 20-6. Moving on, we have the Panthers hosting the Buccaneers. So the Buccaneers haven't really been that good this season. They're 3-3, and the offense has been held back by bad offensive line play. The defense is still good, but they've been having trouble scoring points. The Panthers' quarterback situation is a mess. They just traded away Robbie Anderson, who was thrown out of the game by his own coach. The Buccaneers' defense should be able to dominate this game, but I'm not sure how many points the Buccaneers are going to score, but it will be enough to get the win. Buccaneers win this one 21-7. Moving on, we have the Giants going to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. So the Giants have been pretty good this season. They're 5-1. The Jaguars started off hot, but now they've cooled down as they've lost 3 straight. The Giants have had some pretty close games, but have ended up on the winning side. The Giants are a team that wants to run the ball, but the Jaguars do have a really good run defense. So that could definitely help the Jaguars potentially come away with the win here. I think this game could go either way. But being how the Giants have been, they've just wanted to make it a close game heading into the fourth quarter and then go steal the win away from the other team. And I think that's exactly what they're going to do here, as the Jaguars have also lost 18 straight games against NFC opponents. So the Giants will get the win here in Jacksonville, 26-18. Moving on, we have the Browns visiting the Ravens. So the Browns have been a mess this season. They just gave up 38 points to a Patriots offense. And the Patriots offense isn't really that good. So the Browns defense isn't very good. The Ravens just signed Deshaun Jackson and could potentially be getting Rashad Bateman back from injury. And I think the Ravens should be able to get the win here, as Jacoby Brissett has been too inconsistent for the Browns. And while Nick Chubb is having a great season, there's only so much he can do when the Browns are constantly playing from behind. So the Ravens get the win here at 34-21. Up next, we have the Jets visiting the Broncos. So the Jets have been great since Zach Wilson returned from his knee injury. In fact, they're undefeated since Zach Wilson's returned. The Broncos are a weird team. They're pretty inconsistent. The offense is not very good, but the defense is great. I don't trust the Broncos to win games anymore, just because I don't trust them to score. The Jets offense, I don't know if they could score on a good Broncos defense. I think this game could go either way. I think it will be a lower scoring game. Also for the Broncos, Melvin Gordon will be the lead running back, according to head coach Nathaniel Hackett, after Gordon only saw 3 carries against the Chargers on Monday Night Football. So I could see this game going either way, but I'm going to take the Jets here. But this could definitely go either way. It was very tough to predict, but I'm going to take the Jets here 21-17. Moving on, we have the Raiders hosting the Texans. So the Raiders really need this game to get back to 500, and the Texans really aren't that good. Their offense is rather one-dimensional, with their passing attack not being that good, and they want to run the ball with rookie Dameon Pierce. But the Raiders do have one of the better run defenses in the league, so it will be a tough game for the Texans, as the Raiders will come out on top, winning by a score of 27-10. Up next, we have the Chargers hosting the Seahawks. So the Seahawks have actually been surprisingly good so far. They're 3-3. Rookie running back Kenneth Walker had a great game last week, filling in for the injured Rashad Penny, who will miss a chunk of time with a broken bone in his leg. So now, the Chargers' run defense is not very good, so Kenneth Walker and the Seahawks offense could have some success on the ground. Geno Smith has also been pretty good for the Seahawks through the air. But I just think the Chargers are too good here, and they're going to overmatch the Seahawks. It'll be a close game, but the Chargers will get the win here at 27-24. Moving on, we have the Chiefs visiting the 49ers. So I think this is going to be a great game. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 54. The 49ers have so many injuries. They're already without defensive back Emmanuel Mosley. They have several players such as Tre'Davious Ward, Mike McGlinchey, Jimmy Ward, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, and several others questionable for this week against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are coming off a loss to the Bills, and I have the Chiefs winning just because there are so many question marks regarding injuries for the 49ers. Chiefs win this one by a score of 31-21. Up next, we have Sunday Night Football. We have the Dolphins hosting the Steelers. So we will have a live watch party for this game starting about 8:10 Eastern Time on Sunday. So Tua will return for the Dolphins, who have struggled without him as they fall into 3-3 on the season. And for the Steelers, Mitch Trubisky might be starting as Kenny Pickett is in the concussion protocol. So I have the Dolphins winning this one as Tua returns and they're playing a banged-up Steelers secondary. So the Dolphins get the win here on Sunday Night Football, 28-17. And finally, Monday Night Football. So we will also have a live watch party for this game starting about 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Monday. And we have the Bears visiting the Patriots. So Mac Jones might return for the Patriots this week, but there's really no need to rush him back because rookie backup Bailey Zappi has been pretty good filling in for Mac Jones. He's coming off his best career performance, where he threw for over 300 yards. The Patriots will also be without their running back Damian Harris, but Ramondre Stevenson had a great game filling in for him last week, and I feel he should have another good game against the Bears. So I have the Patriots easily beating the Bears, winning this one by a score of 24-7. So those are my Week 7 NFL predictions. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you agree with my predictions, disagree, and why. Make sure to check out the community tab of my channel where you guys can vote on who you think will win some of this week's big games. So thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I do my best to post as often as possible, and I will see you in the next video.